Sometimes, the past doesn't stay where it belongs. It doesn't arrive loudly. It doesn't announce itself. It slips in quietly. During a shower, on a walk, just before sleep. You're not trying to remember. You're not looking back on purpose. And yet, a moment appears, a conversation you replay, a choice you still question, a version of yourself that feels distant, but not gone. You tell yourself it's in the past, that enough time has passed, that you should be over it by now. But your mind doesn't move on so easily. This isn't because something is wrong with you, and it's not because you're stuck, broken, or unable to let go. It's because the mind doesn't experience time the way the calendar does. To the mind, something that happened years ago can feel just as present as something that happened this morning. If the emotion was strong enough, the mind's first job isn't happiness. It isn't peace. It isn't even closure. Its first job is protection. When something in the past felt intense, emotionally confusing, deeply painful, or unresolved, the mind holds on to it, not to punish you, not to keep you trapped, but because, to the mind, unresolved experiences feel dangerous to forget. Your mind believes that if it keeps the memory close, if it returns to it again and again, it might finally understand what went wrong. It might notice something it missed. It might prepare you better for the future. It might protect you from being hurt in the same way again. So it replays the past, not because it enjoys it, but because it's still searching for meaning. There's an important distinction here, one we don't talk about often. There's memory, and then there's emotional memory. Memory knows what happened. It holds facts, dates, details. Emotional memory is different. It carries what you felt, but never had the space to process. Moments where you had to stay strong. Moments where you couldn't react honestly. Moments where you moved on before your emotions had caught up. Those feelings don't disappear. They wait. And when life finally slows down, when distractions fade, emotional memory speaks. This is why the past so often returns in quiet moments, at night, in silence, when the world finally stops asking things of you. During the day, there's noise. There are tasks. There's movement. At night, there's space. And the mind says, now we can look at this. Another reason the mind struggles to let go has to do with identity. We don't only remember events. We remember who we were inside them. The past often holds versions of ourselves that felt more certain, more hopeful, more alive, or sometimes versions of ourselves that were hurt, confused, and trying their best with limited understanding. Letting go of the past can feel like letting go of that self. And even when that version of you suffered, there is familiarity there. The known feels safer than the unknown. Even when the known was painful, there is also something else the mind fears. Something quieter, but powerful. Meaninglessness. If something hurt you deeply, if it shaped you, if it stayed with you for years, the mind wants it to mean something. Letting go too quickly can feel like saying, that didn't matter. That pain was pointless. So the mind keeps returning, asking softly, what was this for? What did this change? What was I supposed to understand? Until those questions feel answered, even partially, the past stays close. You may notice that the memories that return are not random. They are often moments where you didn't get to explain yourself, where you felt misunderstood, where you had no control, or where you acted against your own values. The mind revisits these moments, not to hurt you, but to regain a sense of control it didn't have at the time. In memory, you can pause, you can reflect, you can imagine different endings. It's an illusion of control, but it feels soothing. What's important to understand is this: the mind does not let go through force. Telling yourself to stop thinking about the past often makes the mind hold on tighter, because what the mind hears is not reassurance. It hears dismissal. Letting go begins when the mind feels acknowledged, when the emotion is allowed to exist without being rushed away. Sometimes, all the mind needs is for you to quietly admit, yes, that mattered. Yes, that hurt. Yes, I didn't have the tools then that I have now. No fixing, no rewriting the past, no pressure to heal quickly, just recognition. And here is something rarely said. Letting go does not always mean forgetting. Sometimes it simply means the memory no longer needs to raise its voice to be heard. It becomes quieter, softer, less demanding. It visits less often. And when it does, it no longer pulls you under. If your mind keeps returning to the past, it does not mean you are failing at healing. It means something in you is still human, still careful, still trying to protect what once hurt. And with patience, not pressure, the mind slowly learns that the present is safe enough to stay. If this felt familiar, you are not alone. And you don't need to resolve everything tonight. Sometimes, understanding itself is already a form of release. Listen patiently